Menu narration set to 100.
On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Now McCarthy. Jaguar pressure and Jaguar sack. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Yeah, this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he is caught. And he is out of bounds right away. The 34. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tap it, and drag it to make sure he gets it done.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Open man, that's Felton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
Addison will go in motion left. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he stopped immediately there. He was brought down by Foyesade Aluakin. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. To the air with McCarthy. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
At the 23-yard line.
Off the play fake. Gibson. And incomplete on the deep ball. You look at this defense for the Vikings. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gibson. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was... off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up. And start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 28-yard line.
An inside give, Brown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here is 3rd and 5. Here's McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
When they tune it up, they know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The numbers for Brown from a week ago, 23 carries, 111 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. They'll try. Run it in, going option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Brown will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove him down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down.
This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Let's go.
On the give, it's Warren.
And he'll go down at the 28.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
9 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Gibson.
This will be caught by Brown. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
2nd and 6.
A handoff for Warren.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Jalen Warren, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
This is Brown going up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. McCarthy going to sneak it. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
The Vikings first down. 2 yards on the play.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
40-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looks again for T.J. Hawkinson, and he's got him again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. McCarthy. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
13 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
Back to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz pays off. There is a sack for a loss of 5. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
As part of the guarantee, they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ty Felton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
You just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag. Accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Operating from the gun, Gibson. This one complete to Patton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go now. Panther 60.
Looking to throw. Gibson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Warren will try the right side.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Travis Hunter. Incomplete.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. McCarthy. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Well, the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
2nd down and 6 now. To the air again, McCarthy.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gibson. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Final shot before break. Gibson. He'll take a shot here for Patton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or two to Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Cade York to kick off.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going? Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And we'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the first carry here for the running back. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. First down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to about the 23.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, they'll run it here. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
A gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Go! After 60, after 60. Let's go!
Back to throw. Gibson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Always important as a defender on third down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Here we go.
It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
3rd and 3.
Now they try the right side here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play.
On fourth down, Gibson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
So that drive spans 13 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
2nd and 9.
The Jaguars' 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ty Felton with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment. He's got a man, complete.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 76 yards.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter.
Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Logan Brooks.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. McCarthy operating from the gun. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Addison. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go, Sack. 60 Eagles.
Now McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Justin Jefferson.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie.
York able to send this one through.
And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Right back to him on 1st down.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And 10 at the Vikings 47-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Gibson. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
Here comes 2nd down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now 2nd and 4. Now run with Warren.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A big play looming on 3rd down.
They'll run a Warren. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
Here we go.
He'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down into 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Shot. Check go.
And keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down 28-24. A little over 30 seconds remaining. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert!
Back to throw. Completes this to Jefferson. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Here's 2nd down.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Pass complete. It's Hockenson. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for Jacksonville, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess